question that we get quite frequently is, what's the value of my whiskey going to be in the future and who's going to buy it? And they're both great questions. To tell you the value specifically is speculative, like nobody knows the exact value, but we can give you guidelines.
The most important one I would say is how long you hold for. So the older whiskey gets, the more rare it becomes, and therefore the more valuable it is.
And to tell you who's going to buy it, that's a lot easier, and to tell you the exit strategy, and they are plentiful. The beauty of whiskey is that it's always kind of going up in value, but you have to be careful and you have to make sure that you buy the right type of whiskey. So the big one is, who am I going to sell it to? And there's lots of options, exit strategies as we would call them. So I'll kind of touch on them. So you've got, of course, whiskey brands, right? So there's distilleries that tend to run out of stock and they tend to buy up whiskey, specifically their own. If you're buying whiskey from a distillery that has brands on shelves, that has bottles on shelves, they're the best to buy from, because they tend to buy it back if they ever run out of stock, because they know it's their whiskey, they made it, and they know it suits their brand.
The Scotch market has over 500 brands. So there's so many different brands out there that are always looking for mature stock.
We would then deal with the higher end whiskey brands. So especially new emerging ones, say 15 years from now, there's a new whiskey brand coming into the market and they want to play in the luxury category or in that kind of high end top shelf space. Well, they can't just buy any whiskey, because any whiskey is not going to taste as good as the high end premium quality whiskey. So there's someone that of course you could sell to, but where you get the real premium for your whiskey in the future is selling to independent bottlers, selling on auction websites, selling to other investors that are looking to kind of bunny hop the first 10 or 15 years of maturation and take it when it's older, and selling to collectors. And they want to make sure there's not a lot of it available, because the least amount of it available, the more valuable it is. So you have to be very careful when you're buying and making sure that you're buying from the right people.